How did your twin destroy your life? My twin sister Nova and I were mirror twins. Not just identical, actual mirror twins. Her left side matched my right side. Same face, same voice, same laugh. Our own dad used to joke he'd need to check our birthmarks to know which daughter he was hugging. When we were kids, it was our favorite game. We'd swap seats at dinner and see if mom noticed. It was harmless twin stuff, but Nova figured out something in middle school that changed everything. She figured out she could do things as me, and I'd take the blame. It started small. She stole a lipstick from the drugstore and told the manager her name was Ren. I got banned from that store for a year and had no idea why until mom found out. Nova cried and swore it was a mistake. I forgave her because that's what twins do. In high school, it got worse. She'd sneak out and hook up with boys and tell them her name was Ren. She'd get drunk at parties and start fights and say her name was Ren. By junior year, half the school thought I was a wild party girl who slept around. I couldn't figure out why guys I'd never spoken to were texting me weird things. I asked Nova once if she knew anything about it. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "People are just jealous of you, Ren." Senior year, I met a boy named Idris in my AP literature class. He was quiet and kind, and he actually listened when I talked about books. We started dating in October. He met my parents at Thanksgiving. He gave me a promise ring at Christmas. I was 17 and stupid and completely in love. I told him everything about my life, my dreams of being a veterinarian, my complicated relationship with my sister. He told me I was the most real person he'd ever met. I believed him. In February, Idris started acting strange. He stopped texting back as fast. 3 days later, he broke up with me in the school parking lot. He said he couldn't do this anymore. He said he knew what I'd been doing. When I asked what he meant, he just shook his head and walked away. I chased him to his car, crying, begging him to tell me what he thought I'd done. He wouldn't say a word. He just drove off. I spent the next 4 months in the worst depression of my life. I stopped eating. I lost 15 pounds. My grades dropped from straight A's to C's. I couldn't get into the veterinary program I'd been working toward my whole life because my GPA crashed. Nova was so sweet during that time. She'd bring me smoothies because I wouldn't eat solid food. She'd sit on my bed at night and tell me Idris was a loser who didn't deserve me. She'd braid my hair the way our mom used to when we were little. I remember thinking I was lucky to have a sister who cared so much. Graduation came. At the after party at our house, I went upstairs to grab a sweater, and I heard voices in Nova's room. I stopped outside her door. It was Nova and her best friend Callista. Callista was laughing and saying, "I still can't believe you did it. That poor boy actually thought you were Ren for 4 months." Nova laughed too and said, "The best part was when he broke up with her. She cried for like a week. I felt kind of bad, but honestly, he was too good for her anyway." I stood in that hallway and I couldn't breathe. I opened her door. Both of them went white. I asked Nova what she was talking about. She tried to say it was a joke. Callista tried to leave. I blocked the door. I told Callista to sit down and tell me everything, or I'd tell her parents she'd been the one who crashed their car last year. She sat down. She told me everything. Nova had been sleeping with Idris behind my back for 2 months. She told him she was me. She'd used our identical voices, our identical bodies, our identical everything to steal my boyfriend and let me take the fallout when he found out I was cheating on him with some guy from another school. Except that guy from another school was Nova too, playing both sides. She'd ruined my relationship, my mental health, my GPA, my future, all for fun. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I walked downstairs and I found Idris's number in my old phone. I called him. I told him to come to my house right now. He came. I sat him down in the living room in front of my parents, and I made Nova tell him everything. Every single detail. In front of our mom and dad. In front of him. She sobbed through the whole thing. Idris didn't say a word. When she was done, he looked at her and said, "You knew I was going to propose to her after graduation." And he looked at me and said, "I'm so sorry," and he walked out. My parents kicked Nova out of the house that same night.